Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing quite well today. I've got a little bit of a feel-good story to bring you guys. Now, it's a story that might have gone under the radar a little bit with a lot of you guys. A Manchester United academy player has signed his first professional deal. Now, on the face of it, that's not nothing to get carried away by. And I'm not getting carried away. I promise you, I'm not getting carried away. But this is a significant moment. This is a proud moment for many people. A proud moment for the British Asian and the Asian communities. As Zidane Iqbal, Manchester born to Pakistani and Iraqi parents, has signed a professional contract with Manchester United. Now, as far as I'm aware, unless one of the United players down the years in the past have had a little bit of spice in their culture somewhere that's been unseen, this is the first British Asian to sign professional terms with Manchester United. And that is pretty fucking big deal. And it's something that could choke me up. Like, I'm being serious. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Now, I'm not here to put pressure on Zidane Iqbal. Zidane Iqbal, his career will go on to be what it will be. I'm sure there will be pressure coming from, the kind of headlines that he will attract because of how he looks and who he is. But this isn't to put pressure on him. This is just to tell you how much it means to people like me, people within the British Asian communities, and what it can mean for the future. What it can mean for the future. Like, we obviously have other examples. Yan Danda, who is a friend of mine. I know his family, played football with his father and his uncle. His dad also managed me at a point as well. I know them well. And Yan's career is something that inspires me a lot. And I want him to go on and do amazing things. And he's doing great things at the moment at Swansea. They might want to get him back in the starting lineup. Hamza Chowdhury, doing great things for Leicester City. Playing in the Premier League. A Bangladeshi lad of Bangladeshi origin. He's also got a Caribbean in him as well, I believe too. Yan's of Indian origin, British. All these lads are British, but of Indian origin. Yan's also mixed heritage like myself. Issa Suleiman, who is formerly of Aston Villa, playing in Portugal. You got Arjun Raiki, for example, who played against Liverpool in the FA Cup for Aston Villa. You've got loads of examples of young Asian lads that are making the breakthrough or just coming through onto the scene at the moment. But this is the one that we have at Manchester United. And it's Zidane Iqbal. And what this does for Manchester United fans, for British Asian lads, with the biggest club in the world being involved, the biggest club in the UK, the biggest club in England, it does so much. Now, when I was a kid, I used to copy David Beckham's hairstyles, Eric Cantona's. I wouldn't have had to copy anything to be looking like Zidane Iqbal. We just, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, we would still have done those Beckham things and those Cantona things, but just having someone that looks like us, showing that it's possible to sign a contract for Manchester United. Because it doesn't feel like that's possible. It's never felt like that has been possible. Now, a lot of people say there's things like cultural differences which come into effect. And you've obviously got like, the stereotype would be, young Asian lads, they're going to be doctors and lawyers and that. And that's not always the case. When you look at some of the attitudes within football over the years, you heard it with Greg Davis recently. You've heard it from others over the years. Dave Besant was someone that famously said it, where they had stereotypes of Asian lads where they weren't good enough. And they made that judgment before. We could only fail once. You know what I mean? You can't fail twice, 3 times. You're not getting more opportunities. You're not falling down the pyramid. You're dropping out of the pyramid completely. And, we don't have, or we haven't had those young Asian lads to look up to. Yes, we had a Michael Chopra, Nitan Sansara, who played for Warsaw previously. We've had the odd 1 or 2, but we've never had an influx coming through. We've never had that. Now, reasons that, the community ourselves can change, but also things that the football community had to look within themselves. But what we're starting to see now is a change. We're seeing more come through now. I believe there should be more. I believe a British Asian player should have already played for England. You know, I believe that we should see more representation already. But even if it is a little bit later than we would have wanted, it's so good to finally see it happening. And Zidane Iqbal, he has great talents. You know, this is, again, I say, this isn't to put pressure on him and say, this guy is going to be it. You know what I mean? If he fails, what does that mean? Like, that we're all crap. No, it just shows it's possible to get that deal at Man United. Now, the hard work starts now for him. You know, he has to work hard enough to earn that opportunity. Again, you need a little bit of luck and all that. But he is now closer to going on to becoming like a Dennis Walker figure, who was the one and only Black Busby Babe for Manchester United in 1963. You know, it took a while until we had Remy Moses in the 80s come along, who was the second black player for Manchester United. But then eventually you see someone like Paul Ince go on to captain the England side and become the first black captain of England. And it's those monumental changes that can hopefully change the course of the future as well. Zidane Iqbal's picture, yeah, this picture right here is going to be on my wall like Barack Obama. I'm telling you, my kids are going to see that picture every single, like, this is Project Zidane Iqbal, yeah, we need this professional contract at Manchester United. That's what it is now. Because I think it could be a game changer. And he doesn't even have to do anything else, because we've already seen it's possible now. Now, obviously, I hope he goes on to achieve great things. If he makes his first team debut for Manchester United, if I see a player with a name like Iqbal on the back of their shirt for Man United, I am going to cry. For sure. But like, the fact that we've got someone that's signed pro terms is crazy. It's amazing to me. And you like might say, why does it matter? Well, let's look at Irish players, for example. John Pedden was the first Irish player to play for United in 1893. That sets off a chain where you start to look more at Irish players. You know, you look at, they started looking at players in Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. I call it Ireland. Like, I don't want to cause any trouble, but you know what I mean. Like, they looked at all these Irish players, and then you end up with legends like George Best, Norman Whiteside, Roy Keane, Dennis Irwin coming through. There's a chain reaction, and it might be a slow one. It might be a quick one. We might see loads, but then people's attitudes start to change towards young British Asian footballers, because there's now examples. Now those young British Asian footballers who maybe they have a knockback and they think, this isn't for me. But now that they can see that, Jan's doing it, Zidane's doing it, Isa's doing it. Like, you've got people that you can look at now that are playing for the biggest clubs in the world, that are signing pro deals with Man United, that are playing for Swansea in the Championship, that are playing in Portugal at the top level. Like, you've now got those examples, and to see it at Manchester United, the team that I've grown up adoring and dreaming of playing for. I used to dream of playing for them, pretending I was Beckham. Like, we never had an Asian lad to look at. Like, it does make a difference, you know what I mean, to how some of these younger players coming through now will see themselves. And hopefully more of them are being given opportunities. And like I said, he might not go on to play 1,000 times, but the mould has been broken now. Now, he's planted the seed. He's made others see it's possible. And that is always going to be remembered. But trust me, Zidane, if you're watching this, the hard work starts now, because, all these Asians are going to be putting some pressure on you. Going to be watching you now. But yeah, man, jokes aside, it's a proud moment, and I hope it evolves into more players coming through, and eventually Zidane making his Manchester United debut. He's 18 this year. You know, if things go his way, a little bit of opportunity, continues to develop well. Got to make the step up to the 23s, and you never know. You never know. But if that happens, I'm telling you, there's gonna be some proper tears. And I don't know if I've made like real sense. I hope I have to some that I know like the Asian people watching this will recognize, you know. And whether you're Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, you know, Iraqi, like Zidane also is, like no matter where you're from, you can see, yo, get behind these boys, because they're planting the seed for our future generations, to hopefully come through and break through and be alongside the established superstars that we see in the world, the Kylian Mbappes, the Marcus Rashfords, you know, the Paul Pogbas. Let's have one of us lot up there. Yeah, man, great stuff. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like and comment and share and subscribing. I once did a documentary on this exact subject, why there's a lack of British Asians in football. If you want more in depth on that, click the link, it's in the comments below. I'm going to do a follow-up to that as well, where we look at some of these success stories, and yeah, get your thoughts in. See you in a bit.